Welcome back, WXP. Whoa.
Facerism?
Fish racism.
Yeah, fish racism. So Hody is just... He's just out to get the world. He hates people, humans, and he hates fishmen that like humans, that are like, that want humans and fishmen to like get along.
They're sympathizers. You gotta snuff out the sympathizers too.
He's starting a new age of like fishmen to rise up and take over, so that they're in control and not the fishmen that sympathize with humans.
Well, when your world is primarily water, I kind of feel like the fish people would kind of plan it, but I mean, to each their own.
So
can they exist? Oh, obviously they're existing.
Yeah, they can breathe outside of water. They're just underwater. They're way faster, way stronger than people. So we get here and we help the princess and the king. Like, we're welcomed here because we're friends of Jinbei. And then all this stuff starts going down. And Jinbei's with us, and he's like, "Oh, we have to stop them, but we can't just. Humans can't just go all out against these fishmen,
Well, yeah, 'cause you're gonna look bad. Like I said,
Yeah.
you're gonna look bad.
So that's kind of how we're connected to this bad guy.
That's cool. I get it. So yeah, we're kind of stepping up here while we're in the general area.
Yeah.
We're gonna go punch this guy in the face. Make him respect women.
Yeah.
Don't beat up women. That's not nice.
I mean, he beats up everybody.
That's true. He doesn't like humans. Who could blame him? Humans, we're such greedy people.
I mean, he doesn't like fishmen or mermen either. Which is weird. I don't know if I talked about. Yeah, I didn't bring that up earlier, but mermen and fishmen are different races.
What?
Yeah.
Kinda seem like it, yeah.
But they live in the same place.
All those people grouped together. So there's mermen are different. How are they different? They look different.
Mermen are like mermaids. Like, they have fish tails instead of legs, but their upper bodies look like humans.
Huh.
Fishmen, like, they look like these guys, where they have fins on their arms, and they're all
They
actually,
look like fishes.
yeah, they're actually all different, like depending on what type of fishman they are, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I got you. There's tons of them.
Yeah, like
Plenty of fish in the sea, guys.
like there's octopus guys and squid guys and different kinds of sharks and hammerhead sharks.
Bombs. They got the booms.
They do
Bumpus.
got the bombs. Those things actually really hurt. Luffy's gonna retreat. He would never retreat.
Oh man. So
there's a lot of racist like talk and like equality among the races, like undertones and flashbacks and stuff in this arc,
right.
which is really interesting to me. Like that, like this goofy anime about fighting people as a rubber person
Has some serious undertones.
Yeah.
That's cool. You got little objectives you got to take out too.
Yeah, they're the little waterways. We can't travel through them, but the fishman can, so we have to break them.
So Chase, have you ever owned a sword in your life?
No,
Man,
not a real sword.
I owned a real sword once.
Oh yeah, how was it?
It was alright. It wasn't always chalked up to be. Because you can't use that junk.
No.
It just sits on the wall. And I tried to use it once to cut a watermelon.
Oh.
And it wasn't as cool as you think it would be. You're thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to feel like a bad egg. But I use my sword that's constantly mounted on my wall to cut a watermelon. I wasn't as cool as I thought it was.
If I had like replicas of Zoro swords, I would totally mess around with them all the time.
Oh, speaking of replicas,
I think his swords are legit.
I don't know if this is a thing. I've never been to a con or anything, but they're starting to collect anything that looks like a sword now. Or
Really?
Anything that looks like a weapon.
I thought they had to be sealed, like you couldn't be able to open them.
No, apparently now they're like...
Boom! Stomping on them.
Splash your legs, everybody. No, they're collecting that junk at the door.
Oh,
of
really?
cons. Yeah, and they're not letting people bring stuff in that looks like weapons.
That's crazy.
So obviously these cosplayers
are outraged.
Oh, wildly outraged.
Yeah.
And then there's this whole talk about, and Sean, there was some stuff that happened a while back that was, I think I probably sent you a video on this, but long story short, YouTube infringement rights in terms of use. So for everybody who doesn't know, there was a case that ended recently.
Yeah.
That had basically this lady, like when YouTube first came out, had this awesome little viral video of a dancing baby, and it was using
Copyrighted music?
Yeah, copyrighted music. And so they took it down. And, like, she got like 500,000 views before the content creator shut it down, or sent like some kind of notice, or it finally hit YouTube's radar. Something like that. Someone reported it. But she got her video taken down, and then so there was this whole debate about that she wasn't violating the terms of use of this song,
Right.
that she was allowed to use it in the parody stance that it was, which is a little bit dancing. And so she sued. I think it was Universal who owned the contract, or owned the rights. And she won. Like, after 9 years, though. She fought this for 9 years. And so what happened out of that was apparently, because Universal said, no, that is a violation. Oh, he's shooting sharks.
Yeah. We're about to get him, though.
So, he's going to bring it down. Dang.
That looks way cooler in the anime.
It looks pretty freaking cool still, though.
I'll have to show you that. I'm going to show you a few clips before you leave today.
Definitely. So basically she won after 9 years of fighting, and what came out of that was that now, it hasn't happened yet, but the people are saying it's going to happen soon, that one of two things is going to happen. One, YouTube has got to step back and not automatically take stuff down that hits their little...
Well, yeah, it's their automated system that does it.
Yeah, exactly. So from what I understand, that's got to stop. Like, they got to quit that, which I get it. But it's good for YouTube in the sense that the content creators are expected to have plain English written terms of use and expectations for their content. And it's got to be public. It can't be behind locked doors and stuff like that.
I see.
And then you get angry because no one can know if it's against your terms of use unless you publicly declare it.
Yeah.
So it's good for YouTube because it's putting it on the content creators and not on them for lawsuits and stuff like that. But with that just comes a sense of like what's going to happen, because that's what everyone thinks is going to happen. So Sean, I was talking to Sean about it. He's like, dude, I'm kind of worried that what's going to happen is licensing, where you have to buy a license with a content creator to use their content. Nintendo started doing that, not necessarily making you use a license, but you sign up with them and you say, hey, if you use my Nintendo content, you've got we take the ad revenue, we take all of it, and then we give you back a percentage.
Right. Some companies already do that.
Yeah, and that's
on
cool.
YouTube right now.
I'm more than happy. Like,
and they do it automatically.
Yeah,
like
when I start making content, I'll be thankful for whatever I get out of my stuff.
Yeah.
It's gonna be for fun.
Like WB Games, for the Batman games that we've been playing, like if there's a song in it from that the company wrote, like for the game, then it gets flagged and it's like WB takes all, like you can have this uploaded, but WB gets all the ad revenue from it, basically.
Yeah, and so stuff like that, that's cool.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, because it's your content. I am 100% down with using your content the way you want it to be used.
Yeah.
But it has to be communicated clearly, and a lot of people aren't doing that. So Sean is saying, dude, licensing, he thinks that's going to happen. Basically, where in order to use any game from Nintendo or whatever, you have to purchase a license.
Right.
It's going to be expensive, and it's going to be a yearly subscription.
And me and Sean already talked about this before, like last weekend. I don't think you were there, but at Riley's birthday. Yeah. So we were talking about how that's really dumb for...
Oh, absolutely.
It's really dumb because streaming and YouTube is a very great free outlet of advertisement for game companies.
It's basically free. Like you said, it's basically free because all you do is just give them a slice of the ad revenue that comes through.
Right.
But they're basically...
But when you make them have to pay for it to even play the game and upload it, they're not going to play it.
Yeah, and I remember Sean's rebuttal to that was basically... It's going to be less cluttered, per se. Like right now, you go look for a game like Super Mario.
Right.
Right now, Mario Maker is pretty hot. If you look up Mario Maker, there's a lot of junk that comes up that's just like really bad, not well-produced stuff.
I don't know about that.
Basically, what's going to happen is...
I mean, it depends on how you search for it, but the big stuff that comes up is the big people that
Game
play
Grumps
them.
right now
Yeah, Game Grumps. I know Uberhaxer Nova.
Yeah.
like those are the big things that are going to pop up. You're not going to see the tiny people anyway. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's not a great argument, but
maybe. But I just know that like right now, if I look up Super Mario RPG, that's one I know I've been looking up recently because
yeah,
basically there's like some random kid who's like German. It kind of shows up and it's like it's not really well produced. And to each their own. Yeah, some people really like stuff like that. I like well produced stuff. So. And it's like, oh, what that's going to do is it's going to make it to where basically you have to have money in order to even do Let's Play, which means you'll understand production quality. And so the expectation behind that is that, oh, what's going to happen is, yes, less people are going to do it, but there's going to be a higher standard for it, and that it's going to be better for the people in the long run because there's going to be better, produced advertisement for them because we're just removing some of the fluff, which I think is stupid because I really appreciate. I really do enjoy some some well-produced stuff. Every now and then I do really appreciate just watching someone who isn't a game grump or isn't a Markiplier do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or Uber hacks, but
I don't know. I feel like doing that takes away the wants for people, like upcoming people, to even play their games at all.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, I agree completely.
It keeps their games only to already established people, which I don't know if I like that.
Yeah. Oh, you play
as an
Usopp now.
Yeah, as an up and coming YouTuber.
Yeah, I agree with you because
not that I played Nintendo games right now anyways. Like I'm avoiding them specifically for that reason already.
Yeah.
But if I ever wanted to play them,
I hear it's not bad though, because I mean clearly when I do my stuff, it's gonna be classic games. I've been researching it because I'm like, man, I hope they're not gonna take all my money.
Yeah.
But and again, it's just whatever. I just want to mix some kind of money stuff on all the consoles and stuff that I want. But
yeah.
Yeah, apparently from here it's not that bad. Like it's a pretty reasonable expectation. From what I gather though, Nintendo just wants to kind of control what's going on now, I think, from what I gather. And for better or for worse, control it.
I guess. But I look at stuff like Evolve, which is made by 2K, who has similar standards, right? Like you can't make money off of their games. And that counts for Borderlands. It counts for any other 2K game that goes up on YouTube. And look what happened to Evolve, and there's like what happened to Borderlands on YouTube. Like there's nothing.
Nobody plays it because it's and
Evolve died out because there's no advertisement of it.
Yeah, there's no profit because I feel like I sometimes discover games that I want to buy.
Yeah.
From watching it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's where the world is going.
Exactly.
We don't look to commercials. We don't look to some magazine to find out if a game's good or not. We want to see somebody else play it and see it's good, and then be like, yeah, you know what? This is a good investment because we have so many bad games coming out.
Right. Well, it's the whole, like, your best friend tells you it's good, and they know it's good, and you buy it because your friend told you.
We have best friends on the internet. You guys are watching us. We're best friends with you.
Best friends on the internet.
Yeah.
Streamers that play games that you like all the time, who have like a reputation for playing games that you like, and they play this game, and it's like, well, I should check that out.
Like, I would legitimately play this. Like, I would legitimately buy this because I feel like it's a well-constructed game.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to play through it like real slow and take my time and not have to entertain people with this. But like, watching this has made me want to buy it. It has made me want to play more Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
Like, I really now want to play. That was awesome. I really now want to play that Zelda one.
Yeah.
Terribly bad.
I'd be down to play it.
I think, yeah, I kind of want to play it so bad. You're on my channel.
Yeah, man.
Together. That'd be so cool. My channel coming January.
Yeah, we'll do it.
16. So I really feel like happening anything like that is it's just gonna hurt the gaming.
Yeah.
They're not hurting anybody other than themselves by doing that.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah. They think it's gonna be good for them, but it's really not.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
I don't remember the last time I watched like TV. For an ad. Like,
I will say that the only reason I watch TV is because my wife watches channels, and we can spend time together watching TV. But if she was not there with me watching those TV shows, I would just watch like really hot items like Walking Dead.
Yeah. Even then, I watch that stuff on Netflix where there's no commercials.
This is true. Yeah. All right. Next time on WXP, more talk about video games and what's good in life.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.